Hello and welcome to this balance-focused Corrective Works workout. And balance poses are one of the best ways in strengthening our core muscles. And I'm not talking about the six-pack, I'm talking about our multifidi that keep our spine upright. Simply start by pulling your right knee in, little balance pose here, and then release, and then pull your left knee in. Mobilize your foot a bit, and this is just a teaser because here we go. Starting with the right knee, pulling the right knee in, all our principles of grounding, outer heel, outer edges, big toe mount, and then grab your knee with the left hand, open and circle the right arm around, rotate to your right. Remember to outwardly rotate your left leg, engaging your glutes, lengthening your tailbone and rotating your upper body, shoulder, core to the right. You can face your palms up and then release. And we're stepping backwards into a low lunge. Just stretching our hip flexor here. You can move and wibble and wobble around in this low lunge. And what do we need to do in order to release our deep spinal muscles? That's rotation and elongation, and that's why we're doing a rotation. So rotate now towards your left knee, palms together, and then push your right elbow into the knee. Keep your balance. This is also a balanced position. And try to rotate to your left, opening your chest. Keep those elbows pulling apart and just rotate as much as you can. And this is really a spinal stretch, although it doesn't really feel like one. But here we're stretching the deep, fine muscles in between our vertebrae, the multifidis, that do need some mobilization and especially some strengthening. Then roll up, pull the navel in, draw the arms overhead, find your center, and then draw the left knee in this time, left knee coming in, right leg is anchoring into the ground on the outer heel, outer edges, big toe mount, and then lift and circle the left arm over, palms pointing up. If you lose your center, just start all over again, or just stay here, rotating the right leg, opening, and your upper body is rotating to the left, creating a great rotation here. Counter movement, hips are rotating out, upper body rotating in. Fantastic. Keep breathing though, releasing those shoulders, and then step backwards with the left leg into low lunge. First releasing your hips, releasing the hip flexor, and then when you're ready you can come up into high lunge. Then pressing both palms together, elbows out, and then pressing the left elbow against your right knee, rotating towards the right and away from me if you need to. By the way, we're still in California, San Francisco here. Behind me you are seeing San Francisco Beach. This is Aquatic Pier. A little further to the left is Alcatraz, a prison. But hey, back to our low lunge rotation here, and then slowly release and come forward into a forward fold. Forward folds are great balancing exercises to balance left and right back out, and then stepping back into downward facing dog, pushing those hips up and those heels down, opening the chest, stretching the hamstrings. A little wibble and wobble around for mobilizing your toe mounts. Coming into triangle position, so you do want to step a little closer than into your warrior. Still anchoring the back foot 60 degrees. Then first of all, position your upper body, straight upper body, long spine, and then stretch the front leg out into triangle. Grab whatever is possible for you or feeling good, either your shin or your thigh or the floor. Do not put the hand on the knee. This is putting too much pressure on the knee joint. Open up in this rotation here. Make sure both legs are rotating outwardly. Always rotate those legs outwardly, ascending, engaging those glutes. And then release back forward. We're ready for an adventure coming into flying position. So you want to stay on the right leg and then fly up into airplane pose, drawing both hip points parallel to the ground, upper body parallel to the ground, one leg line between the crown of your head and your big toe. Try to point your foot, elongate, pressing your heel into the ground, and then stepping backwards into low lunge. One last twist here towards the right knee. Left hand stays on the ground, right arm opens up to the right. So same direction again, rotating towards your right leg. Make sure that your back foot stays 90 degrees to the ground so the heel stays up. Then come back, step into downward dog, and we're changing sides. So the left leg comes forward, preparing for triangle pose. Step a little further together, anchor your right foot into the ground. Outer edges is pressing firmly into the ground, rotating both legs outwardly. Then first position your upper body, then stretch the front leg. Position your hand wherever possible on your shin or thigh, and then lift the arm up, trying to reach out from your pinky finger out of your shoulder. Giving your body directions here is your tailbone is pulling back, the crown of your head is pulling forward, and both legs are firmly grounded. Fly away. Airplane pose, coming forward onto your left leg, grounding your left leg into the ground. Then draw both hip points parallel to the ground, elongating from the big toe all the way to the crown of your head. Both arms fly out to the sides, pulling the pinky finger out to the side. Always think directions. What's your grounding? Grounding leg into the ground, and those flying legs pull out to the sides and front and back. And step backwards into low lunge, right hand firmly onto the ground, giving yourself the anchor to turn towards your left knee, opening all the way to the sky. And remember to keep your back heel facing up to the sky or ceiling. And just because we can, I'm going to challenge you for one more thing. But first of all, let's step back into downward facing dog. We're trying a twisted warrior 3, a twisted half moon pose. So step forward with your right leg just before, because we can, and just to try it out. So starting in your airplane pose, now keep the left hand on the ground. Right leg is forward, left hand stays on the ground, and now open the right hand to the sky or ceiling. This is a rotation with the chest towards the right, while both hip points are staying parallel to the ground. This is fantastic for challenging both your balance, your coordination, physical control, and strength. Wonderful. Try this a few more times. This might give you a little bit of a cramp in your glute, but it's all good. It's all giving us more strength, more confidence, more mobility, more grounding. So left leg forward. Try to come first into your airplane position and keep the right hand on the ground. Right hand, left leg. Shoot the right leg out. Rotate to the left. You know what to do. This is one of the most challenging exercises ever, and it just feels good to practice it and to become better. First you might just fall over, and then the second and third time you might actually have something that resembles like a twisted half moon. Wonderful. Thank you so much for following me along this very adventurous workout here in California, San Francisco, and I'll see you very soon. Come back anytime. Take care. Bye.